Hello everyone, myself Pawan Suravanshi and today it is 26th September. Today we will discuss about the topic of why we have to plant the more trees. In that the first thing is that when we doesn't plant the more trees, it getting some things like when the water is flow towards the sea level. In that case, it was flowing at a constant level, constant speed. In that case, the water is when the water get into the sea water. In that time, it's the wastage of water. It doesn't get waste. It doesn't get any uses for the humans and the animals. And the thing is that when we plant the more trees, in that case what happens means the trees are getting as a barrier to the water and it slow down the speed of the water. What happens then, the water continuously flowing to the sea level, it gets some slow down and it consumes by the soil, and it helpful for us and the animals, all the human beings also. In that case, it's like the soil also. The trees are getting saves the soil also, like that when the tree roots are bonded to the soil, and it holds the soil tightly, so it get help to save the soil also. The next thing is about the air air the trees are producing the fresh air, because the human cycle is like that. The humans consumes the air and releases the carbon dioxide. But in that the case of trees, the trees are consumes the carbon dioxide and releases the air. When we cutting all the trees, and in that case we doesn't planting the more trees, it leads like the harmful gases in the air are getting more, because when there are no trees and we doesn't plant the trees, in that time the fresh air not releases, and we are continuously producing the carbon dioxide, and our vehicles and our companies are continuously producing some harmful gases. It leads to global warming also, like because in the global warming, the natural temperature of the nature will increases continuously when the certain amount of gases are trapped in the environment. Because when we doesn't plant the more trees, the fresh air doesn't release, and the all the harmful gases of the all companies, by the humans, by the animals, they release the carbon dioxide, and companies are releasing some toxic gases. It doesn't consume by anything, and it leads to the global warming, and it increases the natural temperature of the environment, and it get for and because of this some diseases also occurs to the humans, because the human beings and the animals are dependent on the fresh air. And in that time when we doesn't plant the more trees, we are not able to getting the fresh air. In that time we consume the harmful gases, and the humans are and animals are getting some diseases that doesn't cure at a time certain of time. The planting more trees is also important, because the trees are for the tree grown of the tree, it takes some certain amount of time. And in that case, when we doesn't aware now only, and we doesn't uh, plant the trees, and it getting harmful, because and we plant the trees now, it is a future investment for the community and for our family also, because the trees are getting some certain amount of time to grow. And when we plant now only, it will be investment for the future. We have to take a step ahead now only, because it leads to environment harmful. And the thing is that when we doesn't grow the trees more, in that time it will get soil pollution and air pollution and water pollution as well. As in the air pollution, because when we doesn't plant the tree, in that time we are not getting the fresh air to consume, and the environment will getting and collecting the harmful gases, as well as it leads to global warming. And the next thing is like the soil pollution. When we cut down all the trees, in that time there is no trees, there is no soil, because the roots of the tree is bonding to the soil and it gets safety. And when we cut out all the tree and we build the villages in that, some big companies in that, it leads like we are now getting the chemical substances in our food, because there is no space and there are no food, there are no trees to provide some substances like natural, and we doesn't getting the natural food, because of we are cutting the more trees and we are not planting the more trees. And the next thing is like in the water pollution, when we doesn't plant the more tree, in that time the all the water and other substances and the soil is getting to into the water, and the water is also polluted. So like this we like this we the tree planting more trees is very important, because it gets it gives us a fresh air, and it saves the soil also, and it saves the, and the plant we if we plant the more trees, in that time it get maintain the water cycle or local water cycle, because when we doesn't cut out the all the tree, in that time the heat level is getting more, and that time the sea level water and other water bodies are getting the all the water is wrapped out in the in the in the form of cloud, and it getting in the form of smoke, and their water bodies also decreasing the water. So we are need to plant the more trees. Thank you.